Hello, Lynn. Hello, everyone. We're just waiting a few minutes until people show up. How about a little music while we wait? Baby kitten. I wonder. Oh, same with you. Okay. Is Atomic Kitten popular in the U.S.? Well, I don't think so. They're a British group, and they were from 1998. I've never heard of them. Oh, so it's a Spice Girls spin-off or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there are some people who like it. Everything is popular here. Baby kitten, that's the beauty of America, is you don't really need to choose one style or one thing. There is a group who likes anything here. I mean, that's true everywhere, but I think maybe it's just more noticeable here. So, like what you like. Like what you like. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, it only matters what you think. Between Mean Girls and Gossip Girls. That's not my kind of music or TV show or movie, but, you know, I'm a 49-year-old man. Of course I don't listen to Atomic Girls or Atomic Kitten or Mean Girls. I do remember the movie Mean Girls. I liked that movie as a teacher. I liked that movie as a teacher. I do remember the movie. I don't know if is there a TV show? I don't know. I've never seen it. But the movie, I remember it was pretty good. Yeah. Gayla hates both. Hello, Vicky. All right. We're just about ready to start. In just a minute. All right, the song is over. So, where did that go? Oh, yeah. This one. Do I know M2M? I don't really know any of that kind of music. I don't know any of that kind of music. I don't listen to any boy bands or girl bands. I listen to bands. But again, I'm not making fun. If you like it, that's fine. I'm just reminding you that you are asking a 49-year-old man if he likes girl bands. It's not. It's there. I'm sure there are some, but not me. Yeah, One Dimension and Backstreet. I know who they are, but I've never listened to them. But, Baby Kitten, I could name 1,000 groups that you don't know also. Do you know the Afghan Wigs? Do you know Pavement? Do you know John Coltrane and Miles Davis? Do you know Rachmaninoff and Orff and Stravinsky? So everybody has things that they like. Everybody has music that they're interested in and things, but you can't expect everybody to like everything, you know? All right. Well, we have a small audience so far, but I suppose we will get started. Before we start the actual talk today, I do want to just show you guys something. Let me show you guys something, okay? Have you guys been to my website yet? Have you been to my website? If you have not been to my website, you should go check it out. AFIECEnglish.com. Okay, if you go check out my website, there's something new. I'm going to show you a few things here. So first of all, you can go over to resources. This is a really, really good one. If you go to resources, and look, you can study English on my website. If you want to practice your reading, go to reading. And I have a bunch of websites here, all for practicing reading English. Okay, if you go back, you want to work on your speaking? Okay, go here. I have a bunch of speaking websites here. Okay, if you want to work on your vocabulary, go down to vocabulary. Here's a bunch of websites for vocabulary. Okay, but I have something new that I want to show you. If you go to my website and you scroll down here to this where it says buy me a coffee, if you go down here, click on that, and what happened? Oh, why did it not open to the new page? That's weird. Share this tab instead. There we go. Okay, so this is my blog. Well, this is my blog, and this is my support page. This is my support page. Okay, so if you want to support me, I don't get paid for what I do here. I have been on Hello Talk for a long time, and I've done over 2,000 hours of teaching for no money, except for the tips that I get, which is not much, or these. So if you want to support me, you can come here and go to my Buy Me a Coffee, and you can buy me a coffee, okay? $5, $15, whatever, okay? But also, there are some posts here. If you look up here at posts, this is new. Go here. And now I have a blog, okay? And on my blog, look, I have these new articles that I just posted, okay? Let's take a look and see a few of these. So we have some daily vocabulary. All right, you want to learn some words? We've got these words. Haughty. It's an adjective that means unfriendly and seeming to consider yourself better than other people. Sarah has a rather haughty manner. Bella came out of prison as haughty as when she went in. Okay? Famished. Right? There's some vocabulary here for you. Content. Thrilled. Or, I'm sorry, not content. Content. Not content. Different word. Homebody. People person. Affable. Right? So you can study some words if you want to. All right? And also, phrasal verbs. Who needs help with phrasal verbs? Go here. Click on this. Look, we have some phrasal verbs with call. Call back. Call in. Although that's a weird one. That must be British. Yeah, we don't do it that way anymore. Anyway, call off, call out, call up, right? There's a bunch of phrasal verbs you can learn. Fall down, fall for, fall out, fall over, fall off. All right? And if you go to, let's see, prepositions. Who needs help with prepositions? At, to, for, and by. I have everything explained, and I even have exercises for you to practice. All right? I also have, look, this one's about etymology. If you like etymology stuff, then here's some stuff to read about etymology, where words come from, the history of words. Okay? If you want to learn some vocabulary. And here, look, chapter 1 of my book. You've been asking about my book. Well, I'm going to be publishing my book here on my blog. I'm going to start by publishing my book chapter by chapter on my blog. Okay? So if you want to read chapter 1, then go to chapter 1 on my blog and check it out. All right? Here's my welcome post if you want to read about that. All right, you can find out what's my blog about. It's right here. All right, language learning wisdom, etymology and word origins, live stream recaps sometimes, highlights maybe, lots of different things. Okay, and today I've posted a few here in the yesterday and today. I posted some new ones. Here's the power of a plan. Why studying without structure is not a good idea. Here is an article about how some industries, they choose to make new words. And sometimes when they make new words, it doesn't make things more clear, it makes things less clear. Like just the other day, somebody was telling me about their Confluence page. A Confluence page. And they told me about their Confluence page like I know what a Confluence page is. I have no idea what a Confluence page is. I still don't know what it means. I know the word confluence means where a bunch of things come together. A bunch of things come together in one place as a confluence of events or things, right? But it's why? What purpose does that serve? I don't understand how that's valuable to tell somebody, go to the Confluence page. I'm pretty sure we already had a word for that. It's called main page. The main page is where everything comes together. That is the main page. But somebody's now calling it the Confluence page. Why? Because it sounds more difficult. And if it sounds more difficult, then maybe you respect it more. This is the power of language. So that's an article about that. Okay? If you want to know how to use the word would, right? Some of these are questions that people ask me on my live streams. Right? So sometimes you guys ask me questions like, how do you use would? Somebody asked me that last week. So I explained it on my live stream, but maybe you want to read it. You can go here and read my explanation. Okay? Why should we learn? Should we learn for a career, or should we learn to make ourselves better people? Here's an article about that I wrote. Here's an article about pronunciation, to improve your pronunciation. This is a trick that you can learn. Okay? The difference between every day as 2 words and every day as 1 word. Small talk. Why is small talk good and how can you do it? 40 time-related words. Words about time. Right? So these are all about time. Some of these are basic, like week, month, year. Right? But maybe millennium. Do you know millennium? Do you know interval? Do you know era and epoch? And do you know curfew? Okay, these are all words about time. And there's an article explaining about them. Okay? And then today. Today is... We're going to talk about this one. The outrage spiral. The outrage spiral. I might change the title of this one. But this is something that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And this is about your social media. And something called the outrage spiral. Now, what is an outrage spiral? Let me stop sharing for just a minute and we'll just talk. So the outrage spiral is it's something that happens in marketing and in capitalism. In economies. Let's just say that. We'll just use that general word to be less aggressive. Okay? So what this means is that when you start with a product or a service, the first thing that you try to do is try to present that product or service in the most basic and straightforward way possible. You want to tell people what product or service you have, and you want to look like you are quality, right? You have quality and you care about what you do, that you're professional, right? Those kinds of things, right? So that's the way that, let's start by talking about commercials, advertisements, okay? When I was a kid, advertisements were designed to be catchy. Catchy is the word. Do you guys know what catchy means? What does catchy mean? Anybody? Catchy. What does catchy mean? Yeah, it means something that stays in your head. It stays inside you, right? So they used to try to make things that sounded good to make you want to remember them because they were good. But there's a problem. Over time, you run out of good things to do. So over time, you have tried everything that's good. You have tried everything that's good, and everybody has tried everything that's good. So now what? What can you do? Well, do you guys know who P.T. Barnum is? Have you ever heard of a man named P.T. Barnum? P.T. Barnum was he was the head of the circus in America. The Barnum and Bailey Circus was one of the biggest circuses in America, and he was the leader of the circus. And he was a man who had great visions, and he would advertise about, you should come see this and come see this, and we have the most amazing this and the incredible this and blah blah blah. He was a showman. He was a showman. But he had a saying, he had a quote. He said, there's no such thing as bad publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity. What does that mean? Anyone? Well, what it means is if they're talking about you, it's better to be talked about than not talked about. It's better to be talked about than not talked about. So even if they're talking about you badly, that's a good thing. That's the way they see it. Now, why am I teaching you about that? Because that's basically the same kind of idea that happens now. Because companies have already tried everything that's good to market to you. And so all the good stuff has been used up. So now what do they do? Instead of trying to make good commercials that are catchy and good, they've run out of all of that. So now what do? They do the opposite. They make commercials that are annoying and obnoxious, and they want you to be annoyed. They're seeking out your negative feelings, not your positive feelings. And the thing about human psychology is, it is much, much easier to get humans to react to negative things instead of positive things. It's much easier to get a reaction from people. And that's what they want. Social media is a business about reactions. So whoever gets the most reactions makes the most money. But human psychology means that if I bring my mother down here and I introduce you to my mother, nobody will really watch or care. But if I bring my mother down here and I smack her in the face in front of everybody, everybody will watch. So why am I telling you about this? Because that's where we are. We are now in the place where your social media, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever you use, a lot of stuff that's going to come to you now has no value. They make videos that have no value because they want you to be upset. They want you to feel angry. They want you to feel confused. They want you to feel weird. They want a bad feeling, not a good feeling. And making good content takes time and money and effort. Making good content. That takes a lot of work. But if I post a video of a girl in a store just walking around, and I put a quote on top of it, and I say, "I didn't see it at first, did you?" I didn't see it at first, did you? They're not showing you anything. What they want you to do is they want you to watch that over and over and over again to see something. But there's nothing to see. This is like when they give you two pictures and they say, find the differences between these two pictures. But there are no differences. So you spend the whole time looking at it going, oh, I think this is different than this. And maybe this is different than this. It's a psychological trick. But it's very important that you know about it and that you understand it, because social media is made of whatever we like. So if social media is crap, it's because we like crap. Okay? So this article I wrote is kind of about that. What do I think about Mr. Beast? I think it's very sad. Do you know what always amazes me and disappoints me about people is that how many people get great opportunities but then do nothing with them. So Mr. Beast is a perfect example. He has tons of money. Okay, I'm really glad you asked this now. Because that gets me to part 2 of my conversation today. Part 1 was about the outrage spiral, right? That's where social media doesn't have a lot of good content to offer anymore because they've already done it all now. So now they don't offer good content, they offer content that triggers you. They offer content that upsets you. They just want to annoy you. Okay? Now, somebody like Mr. Beast. Now we're talking about my second topic today. My second topic today is the word influencer. Word influencer. Everybody's an influencer. Mr. Beast is an influencer. But my question to you is Mr. Beast a good influencer or a bad influencer? Is he a positive influencer or a negative influencer? Does what he does offer value to society or no? Alex says he's positive. Make your case, Alex. Argue it. Why do you think he's good? Why do you think he's good? He's building houses and helping poor people, okay? I'm not really that sure about that. I think I did read about that a little bit, that he does some philanthropy. I can't even say it. Philanthropy. Philanthropy, that's the word I was trying to say. Philanthropy. Yeah, he does. He does. But you know, there's a weird thing about philanthropy in America. Philanthropy in America is not always philanthropy. Do you know why? Right, Carolina. Taxes. Taxes. So the way it works here in America is if you are rich, if you donate money to some kind of charity, then they don't take as much of your money. Okay? So you get two things. One, you get a positive reaction from the community. Look at how generous he is. He's so generous. But are you generous, or are you trying to get a tax write-off? You know? Okay? So, let's see. One moment. Let's see. All right. So is he a good one or is he a bad one? I'm sure some people think he's good. I personally, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. And the reason I'm not impressed is because, correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the videos that he makes are videos where he does really insane stuff and people watch. Right? Am I correct? Right. So this is my problem. That is my problem. Alex, that's why I think he's not a good influencer. It doesn't matter how much good work you do, if good charity that you do. If the focus of your entire work is promoting stupidity. Right? So if your entire job is to do stupid stuff and you made a lot of money doing it, good for you, but I don't think you're a good person now just because you go out and do good things with it. I think that that's pathetic and sad, and I think that he should feel embarrassed because he is part of the problem. Because of him, there are millions of other people who try to be like him. And why is that a problem? Because the world doesn't need more people doing stupid shit. Pardon my language. The world doesn't need more people throwing stuff off of buildings. The world doesn't need more people doing stupid stuff to really expensive cars. The world doesn't need more people doing ridiculous stunts for nothing. So, I'll be impressed by Mr. Beast when he gets 200 or 300 million views for helping someone. If he goes and actually helps people and gets, I mean the actual help, if he goes to build houses with people and that video gets 200 or 300 million, bravo. But if he gets 200 or 300 million views for punching grandmothers in the face, then no. Then no. No, he's not a good influencer. If you're a bully at school, let's say you're a bully at school, and you steal all the money from all the kids, and then you take that money and you go donate it to some people. Are you a good person or a bad person? If the thing that you do is not good, then you are not good. So I applaud the charity work he does, but I'm not sure I believe he does it because that's what he really wants. I'm not convinced that he's just a good guy who really wants to help the world. If he was, I think he would find a better way to do it. It matters. It matters. The way you get to the top matters. The way you get to the top matters. Okay? So, why am I talking about this today? Because human psychology means that social media is only going to do what we tell it to do. And guess what? If you spend all your time making social media stupid because you watch stupid things, then we will all become more stupid. That's what's happening. So, if you spend time watching stupid videos on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, you are part of the problem. You are creating garbage for your mind and garbage for our minds. Every time you click on something stupid, you watch it, and you're encouraging more of that, you will see less good stuff. You will see less really positive things. You will see more stupidity and garbage. He wants fame, that's why he's doing those kinds of things. I understand, Finn, I understand. But again, Finn, I could be famous tomorrow if I go outside and I walk from every house and I walk into every single house and pee on the table. If I walk into everybody's house without asking and I pee on their kitchen table and walk out and go to the next house and pee on the kitchen table and walk out and go to the next house and pee on the kitchen table, I will be famous. So what? It matters how you get to the top. It matters how you get to the top. So do I think Mr. Beast is good? No. He's just one more person who's disappointed me, that they've had the opportunities that they have had, and their creativity and their sense of compassion are so small and limited. Or their greed is so much that they're unable to see that it matters how you get to the top. It matters how you get to the top. So why am I saying this? Because being an influencer is not enough. You have to choose. Are you going to be a good influencer or a bad influencer? I don't want to be famous if being famous means I have to be bad. Is that hard to understand? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But he did a lot of effort since the last 15 years as a YouTuber. I'm sure he has. But again, there are also some bad things he's done, too, that I've also heard about. I've heard about his racist language and homophobic language. Now, we've all made mistakes. Even I made mistakes like that when I was growing up. But, look, I don't want to make this about Mr. Beast. This is not about Mr. Beast. This is about everybody. He's just one. What I'm trying to tell you, Finn, is I think it's sad that he's famous. I think it's sad that he got famous for doing stupid stuff. So that's not a judgment on him. That's a judgment on you. Christine says there are a lot of stupid videos on TikTok. Yeah, that's why I'm telling you all of this, is you guys need to understand that the way entertainment and marketing work is that at some point in time, they run out of good ideas. They run out of good ideas. And once they run out of good ideas, now they have to have some other kind of idea. And there's another problem. Unfortunately, they realized that It's easier to get people to watch and engage by making stuff that's bad than it is by making stuff that's good. So if I want to make a video about nature, like David Attenborough, that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to do well. But if I make a video of dogs fighting each other, a bunch of dogs fighting each other, that will take me all of 15 minutes to make. And which video is going to get more attention? The video that's educational from Sir David Attenborough, or the video of dogs fighting? Ornella says that's enough to dislike him. I agree. I agree, Ornella. Yeah. Look, you have to understand something about me. Very, very simply. I don't like anyone or anything just because it's popular. So I don't care if 1 billion people like it. That doesn't mean it's good. We have a saying in English. There is no accounting for the public's taste. What that means is people like whatever. People like garbage. That doesn't mean it's good. Okay? In some countries, if you are evil, famous, xenophobic, and have a lot of money, people might vote for you for president. That is true. That is very true. Very, very, very true, my friend. Yes, you are correct, Matthias. It happens a lot, unfortunately. But I cannot encourage such things. I will continue to discourage things. I'm a teacher. So when I see adults encouraging other adults to do things that I tell my students they're not supposed to do, right? So I tell my students they have to respect each other in class. I tell my students that they have to treat each other equally, right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I tell my students they should be themselves, right? Be honest. Don't steal, don't lie, don't cheat. These are the things that I teach my students. But we have adults who teach the opposite all the time because they do it and get away with it all the time. So, do I think this kind of trend will last? Unfortunately, I do, Christine. I think this kind of trend is going to last unless there is a major shift in both entertainment and advertising. Then yes, the trend of stupidity triggering you more easily will continue because it's psychological. That's why I'm trying to tell it to you, because it's your fault. It's your fault that this happens. Why? Because you watch. If you watch stupid stuff, then you shouldn't be surprised when more stupid stuff comes your way. Okay? It seems that nonsense videos are more popular than educational videos. That's exactly my point, is that content takes time and effort to make. Real content takes time and effort to make. This, right now, what I'm doing, I wrote an article. I took the time to sit down and think about something I wanted to tell you. Right? But lots of people, they just come on and they turn on the camera and they don't have anything to tell you and they don't really prepare anything. And all they do is act stupidly, which is easy. It's easy to act stupid. Yeah, but it's really not a good thing for society. It's not a good thing for humanity. It's really not good. All right? So my whole point is that, one, You, every single day, every day that you are online, I'm going to ask you, what did you remove? What did you remove? You have to remove things. So every single day you should be looking online to see, what should I get rid of? Take 5 minutes, go through your feed and remove 3 or 4 things. Okay? And then find 3 or 4 things that are of positive value and then hit like. Okay? One moment, everybody.
Here, Brad.
Okay. So, yeah, it's very simple. Whatever it is that you like is what we're going to see. So that's why I want you to take every single day and try to find 3 things that you can remove that are bad from your feed and 3 things that are positive. Okay? And when I say positive, what is positive? Let's go back and look at my article for a minute. 1 minute. Let's see. Where's my article? All right, the outrage spiral. Why your social media feed reflects who you are. Okay, go down here and look. I created a content value grading system. This is a content value grading system. So how do you know if it's good content or bad content? Look at this and decide. Is it quality entertainment? Is it really quality entertainment that's really fun, creative, it's well made? Is it quality? Is it educational? Does it have real educational value? Is it informational? Maybe like there are some channels that teach you about new products, right? New tech products or things like that, new software, whatever. If they do a good job, then that's good content, right? Inspirational content, motivational content. Is it inspirational? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you does it motivate you to want to do more or something better? Quality interactive content like live streams, right? Quality live streams, Q&A sessions, quizzes and polls, but good ones, not polls that are stupid. There are lots of stupid polls. Don't do them. Do the quality ones, right? And then quality UGC, user-generated content. That's just like anything you decide to do, right? If you decide that you want to talk about board games because you love board games, great. Great, then do that. If you want to talk about hiking because you love hiking, great, then do that, right? Quality content. And then finally, quality connecting content. Stuff that makes you feel connected, about meaningful conversations, about community, personal connection, things like that. Things that make you deeper, right? So here, if the things you're watching have these values, then you're fine. If they don't, then get rid of it. Get rid of it. And, you know, I think most people want to be thought of as smart, right? Do you want people to think you're smart? Do you want people to think that you are smart? Or do you want people to think that you are dumb? Anyone? You want people to think you're dumb? Why? Why would you want people to think that you're dumb? No, you don't, you liars. Of course, everybody wants people to think that you're smart. Nobody wants to feel like they're stupid. Okay? So, if you want people to think that you are smart, then why are you doing dumb things? We are all dumb, okay? But You're missing the point. You are missing the point. Everybody wants people to think, oh, well, they're not stupid. They have good ideas. They're smart. They're good at what they do. They have a good mind. So I would ask you to just consider what you're watching. Okay? All right. Our brains have a rest doing dumb things. That's true, Vadim. And that's actually important. It is important to have... of course we need rest. Of course your brain does need to rest sometimes. And guess what, Vadim? Do you know who the Three Stooges are? The Three Stooges. Do you guys know who the Three Stooges are? The Three Stooges is one of the most famous TV shows of all time. It's a very classic old TV show. I'm going to show it to you. Stooge is a word that means a dumb person. Okay, a stupid person is a stooge. Okay, so the Three Stooges was an old black and white TV show about these three brothers who were really silly. They did a lot of silly things. Let's see. Let me see if I can find a good one here. Like this. These are the Three Stooges. Now, why am I showing the Three Stooges? Because I love the Three Stooges. I love these guys. And they are stupid and silly and funny. And it's what I like to watch if I want to relax, if I want to rest my mind. The Three Stooges, that's perfect. I don't need to think. I could just rest and relax and laugh a little bit. It's funny. Okay? But I don't think you should watch the Three Stooges all day. I'll write it. Whoops. The Three Stooges. And here it is. Here is the Three Stooges. Here are the Three Stooges.
Lanier binaural devices uses
commercials.
dual mode stimulation to soothe tinnitus. Lanier combines sound stimulation and multi...
Mr. Jones in?
I think this will work. So this is the Three Stooges. This is a very old show, right? Here, the Three Stooges, these guys, right? So we've got Moe and Larry and Curly. Larry, Moe, and Curly. All right? And I love these guys because they're stupid and silly.
What's that? Oh boy, do I feel low. Hey, mix me a pickup. What's it different?
Well, we got the raspberry and
Oh, no. Some of the perception stuff.
Watch.
Sure, we'll have you fixed a second.
These guys, their whole specialty was just being silly and stupid. Okay? And yeah, sure, Tom and Jerry and that kind of stuff. Okay, look, I'm not trying to tell you that your brain has to be on 24 hours a day. I'm trying to tell you that most people don't have their brain on for 1 hour a day. I'm trying to tell you that most people, when you're on social media, you're looking at garbage. You are literally looking at piles of dog crap all day. So if you find it valuable to stare at piles of dog crap, great. Good for you. I don't. And I want to encourage my followers, if you are one of my followers, then please, I'm begging you to do this one thing. Every day, choose 3 things on your social media that are good and like them. And when I say good, I mean quality. Quality, some kind of quality. Okay? And I want you to, more importantly, I want you to choose 3 things that are bad and get rid of them. Either hit block or remove or I don't like this or whatever you have to click, but don't watch it. Do not watch it. I know that's the hard part. But see, here's the thing. If you watch for 3 seconds, the computer thinks you like it. If you turn on a video for 3 seconds or longer, the computer says, oh, they like it. That's engagement. So you have to look and try to guess which ones are garbage and which ones aren't, and then try to remove them. And at the very least, don't watch it more than once. If you see it and you think it's garbage, block it, remove it, get rid of it. Okay? And yes, Ornella, my article is on my new blog. My blog is on my Buy Me a Coffee page. My Buy Me a Coffee page can be found on my website. If you go to my website, scroll down to the bottom and click on Buy Me a Coffee. And you know what, Ornella, I'm going to change that today. I'm going to go on my website. I'm going to add it just to my menu so that you can just click to it right from my menu. You can go to my blog. All right, I'll change it. So, but right now, if you want to go to my blog, I'll tell you what. Let me give it to you here. I'll just give you my blog. How's that? Go here. Okay, now, right now, my blog is free, and it has a lot of good articles on it. Okay, pretty soon, only some of it will be free. Okay, maybe next week. Some of it will be paid, only for paid subscribers. So if you like the content that's here, that's free, there will be a lot more of it if you subscribe. Okay? I have been teaching here for 4.5 years, and I have not made almost any money. And I haven't gotten paid. And it's time that I do. I need to. I should, because this is what I do. Right? Okay, so if you feel like I'm doing a good job and you feel like you want to support me, then go to my Buy Me a Coffee page and you can subscribe or you can send me a tip or both. Okay? And why should you do that? Because I'm here all the time helping you. Why should you do that? Because I'm going to write great material for you. And I'm going to put it on my blog, and it's only going to be on my blog. It's not going to be on my Hello Talk. It's not going to be on my Facebook. It's not going to be on my YouTube. It's only going to be on my blog. Okay? So go, please check out my blog and read and like, follow. And it would be nice if a few people signed up to subscribe to follow me and pay. That would be nice. Okay? Again, the whole book is not there, just chapter 1. I'm not going to give you the whole book. I posted chapter 1. I think I'm going to post maybe 3 chapters from my book for free. Okay? So there'll be 3 chapters of my book on the blog, and then the rest of it will be only for subscribers. Okay? But it's on the blog. If you go look and just look through the posts, you'll see chapter 1, book preview. It's called book preview. Okay? Now, I have a lot of work to do on my blog still. I just started it last week, so it's very new, but it's going to be good. There are a lot of things coming. Okay? So you should go check it out. All right? I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Sama. All right? I see a question here. I'm just going to quickly answer. Somebody wanted to know what's the difference, or what's the meaning of XYZ in slang? XYZ is not really slang. Well, let me check. So it has it has a few meanings, so I'm not sure where you saw it. I can't explain it unless you tell me where you saw it. Where did you see XYZ? And then I'll tell you what it means. And yes, I am a drummer. I need you to do XYZ. Right. So that's the most common way to use it. And in that case, it's not really slang, I don't think. That's just a template. I need you to do X, Y, and Z means I need you to do 3 things. That's all. It just means there are 3 things I need you to do. X, Y, and Z. Okay? That's all it means. Okay? Yeah, look, Mr. Beast, I have very high standards, and the higher you get, the higher my standards get. So, the greater you become, the greater responsibility you have. And I feel like he has not lived up to the responsibility of the level of platform he has. There are, but to be honest with you, I want you to understand. I don't know if I really think that almost anyone has earned their platform on social media. Well, no, I won't say almost anyone. I'll say there are very few. The majority of people who I think are famous on the internet didn't earn it. They didn't. You don't earn it just by putting your face out there. By being pretty. That's not a way to earn it. Sorry. Yeah. And by the way, that goes for guys and girls too. If you're making your internet, if your page is all about how hot you are, please don't follow me. If you are listening to me right now, if all you do is post about how pretty you are and how hot you are and all that, don't follow me, please. Please, I'm begging you. Don't. I'm not for you. All right? These are deep waters. You swim in shallow waters. Okay? That's the way I look at it. Those are shallow waters. Don't swim in shallow waters, everybody. Swim in deep waters. But to be in deep waters, you have to be deep. You want to go to Harvard? So do I. I don't know how to help you because I can't help me. If you want to go to Harvard and you're serious, then all I can honestly tell you is make yourself into a great human being. That's really as simple as it gets. Harvard accepts great human beings. So that means you need good grades. Sure, you need good grades, but you need more than that. You can't just have good grades. You also have to have passion. You have to have curiosity. You have to have compassion and empathy. And you have to show that you have other interests in life. Not just studying. You have hobbies, you have interests, you have passions that you pursue. That's who goes to Harvard. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, that is actually a pretty good metaphor the more I think about it. When you're on the internet, are you swimming in deep waters or are you swimming in shallow waters? And guess what, guys? Here, this is a better metaphor. I don't know if this is true in China or not, but in America, we have something called the baby pool. Do you guys know what the baby pool is? What's the baby pool? Yeah, it's a pool for babies, right? And it's shallow, right? It's very shallow, right? Now, do you want to go swimming in the baby pool? Does anybody here want to go swimming in the baby pool? What's the one big problem with the baby pool? Not the depth. No, not the depth. What do babies do in the baby pool that adults don't do in the adult pool? Pee. Pee, everybody. Pee. So, if you're on the internet and you are swimming in shallow waters, you are swimming in pee. That's the baby pool. That's the baby pool. You're swimming in pee. Congratulations. Or the adult pool is over there. The adult pool is over there. You could go swim in the adult pool where there's no pee. Okay? So that's what I mean. What I mean is, when you're on the internet, if you're watching stupid stuff that's stupid, really stupid, that's the baby pool. You're swimming with the babies. You are a baby. You're in pee. Are you happy? Because that's what babies do. That's where the babies are. It's shallow. It's not deep. It's shallow. It's shallow thinking. Okay? Don't be in the baby pool with the pee, where it's shallow thinking. Go to the adult pool, where it's deep thinking. All right? All right. All right, one more time before I go. I'm going to give you guys my my link tree. Let me give you my link tree. Here's my link tree. Go to my link tree. On my link tree, you can find my WeChat ID. You can find my WhatsApp ID, my Telegram ID. You can find my blog. You can find my website. You can find my podcast. And you can find my YouTube. All on my link tree. Oh, did it not go? Are they not letting me do link tree now either? What just happened? Huh. One moment. Ah, there it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know why it got frozen or something for a second. All right, yeah, there we go. There's the link tree. Go to the link tree, then you can find the blog there, okay? Or, as I said, you can also find it if you go to my website and scroll down to the bottom. You'll find something that says Buy Me a Coffee. Eternal Wind, I can't help you. I can't help you. I'm sorry. You have to talk to Xi Jinping. Okay? Sorry. Yeah. Either you need to talk with Xi Jinping, or 如果你知道很特别的魔法，你可以用。Okay? 网络的魔法。用网络的魔法，你可以用啊。Okay? Why have they blocked me in China? Because they block everything. They block anything that's not controlled. And I'm not controlled. Okay? Yeah. Okay, I have to go because it's almost noon. It's 11:30 and I need to eat something. I'm starving. And I'm going to go work on my blog some more. I'll have more articles posted by the end of the day. My main focus is on my blog right now, and there will be many more things coming soon too, I hope. Okay, I'm working on it. Let me show you guys something. This is my my list of 50 different tasks that I have to do, projects that I'm working on. I have 50 different projects that I'm working on at the same time. So, do you have a task list? I have a task list. I try to be busy. I think it's good to try to be busy, especially the word busy is such a funny thing, right? Because the word busy is related to the word business, right? So I try to make it my business to be busy doing things of value. But not all businesses do. Businesses are busy, but not busy doing good things all the time. So if you're good at business, that doesn't mean you're good. Unless your business has you doing things that are good things. Now you're busy doing good things. That's good. Okay. I must go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I talk a lot. That's what I do. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope it gave you something to think about. God, I can't speak today. Yeah. Yeah, busy doing business. That's right. Hello, Giuseppe. But we're just about ready to end, Giuseppe. So goodbye, Giuseppe, as well. You are welcome. Thank you, guys. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening wherever you live in the world. And don't forget to be a language warrior. Oh, there's Gila over there. Hello, Gila. Good to see you again. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Tell your family I said hello. Big hugs. And thank you, everybody who gave me a gift. Make sure you follow. Come back and see me again. I'll be back tomorrow. For a live stream where I'll teach you about English tomorrow. Okay, so if you have questions about English, come back tomorrow. Okay? All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.